Hi students, welcome to Vijay Datta chemistry classes. Today we are going to discuss about the conformational isomerism in alkanes, right? Okay, let us start with the conformational isomerism of alkanes. See, conformational isomerism. First of all, we should know what is conformational isomerism. Then we have to study how it is working on the alkanes. Okay, the condition for the conformational isomerism, to show this conformational isomerism, compulsory there should be a carbon carbon single bond should be there. Why carbon carbon single bond? Due to the free rotation. See here, due to the presence of this single bond, there is no restriction in the rotation of the carbon and carbon. You can hold one carbon and you can rotate another carbon to how many degrees you want, you can rotate. That is nothing but there is no restriction. So you can get so many conformers by rotating like that. Okay. So due to the free rotation of over the axis, it forms various isomers. Those are called various conformers it is forming. Those are called rotamers, conformations, or conformers. So whatever the free rotation, free axis of rotation between carbon and carbon, then those are said to be the conformers, conformations, and isomers also we can say. And here the first condition is C single bond C, right? And the second one is the energy barrier. This is nothing but it has a very small energy barrier of 1 to 20 kilojoules per mole due to weak repulsive interactions between the adjacent bonds. That is nothing but, see here, suppose you are taking ethane, these are the adjacent bonds. These adjacent bonds will be with very low repulsive forces. So the energy barrier between those is 1 to 20 kilojoules per mole only. So this type of repulsive interaction is nothing but called torsional strain. Very less torsional strain will be present in case of the alkanes. Torsional strain is very less from the other bonds present in the compound. Generally, we'll write the conformations for ethane. What is the ethane molecular formula? CH3, CH3, single bond, CH3, right? So this is the conformance. Now you can fix this carbon and you can rotate this carbon how many degrees you want, that many degrees. If you are rotating to 60 degrees, then that is called one form. If you are rotating to 120, you are rotating to 180, you can get the different conformers by rotating with different angle. Got it? So let us write the conformations of ethane. How to write the conformations? Conformations are isomers or conformers. All are same only. Now here we are going to write conformations of ethane. Conformations of ethane here. So for a molecule, infinite number of conformers are possible. Infinite number, because we can rotate that carbon and carbon however you like, we can rotate. It is free to rotation. The axis of rotation is very free. So out of those infinite number of conformations, two are very important. One is staggered form, another one is the eclipsed form. Another one is the eclipsed form. One is the staggered conformation and another one is the eclipsed conformation. Staggered conformation and eclipsed conformation is very important. Comes to what is meant by staggered conformation. The conformation in which hydrogen atoms attached to two carbons are far apart to each other. There is a different distance between the two hydrogens of the carbons, then that is said to be staggered conformation. What is eclipsed conformation? The conformations in which hydrogen atoms attached to two carbons are as close as possible. There is no distance between those hydrogens. Those are said to be the eclipsed conformations. This, what is the distance between the two hydrogens and what is the closeness of hydrogens, we'll understand by writing its structures. Generally, those structures given in two types. First one is Newman's projection. Newman projection. Another one is the Sahar's projection we have. Two projections we can write the structures. Sahar's projection and Newman's projection. Whereas come to the Newman's projection, generally how we'll represent the conformations just like this. So this is the front carbon. Yes. Now come to the point. See here. This is the front carbon. This is the rare carbon backside. It has the hydrogens. This is also has the hydrogens. It is just like a CH3 and CH3. This dot will be the one carbon and the circle it will be the another carbon. This dot carbon has three hydrogens. Those three hydrogens are this. This is called Newman's projection. And the back carbon having three hydrogens. Those are this. If you observe, it is a two dimensional. If you imagine that in the three dimensional, these two carbons are in parallel to each other, and the hydrogens, if you are seeing the front side, we are unable to see the backside carbons, backside hydrogen, isn't it? That is nothing but there is no much distance, and they are as close as possible, the two hydrogens. This type of conformation is said to be the eclipsed conformation. And comes to here, this is the front carbon, this is the rare carbon, and these are the hydrogens are present, and there is a distance between the two hydrogens. Means you are able, if you are seeing looking at the molecule, you are able to see the front side carbon hydrogens and back side carbon and hydrogens also, because they are not on the same axis, because they are the hydrogens, their distance, they are maintaining their distance as much as possible, they're far from each other. So this type of conformation is said to be the staggered conformation. This is the ethane molecule representation in Newman's projection. This type of projection is called Newman's projection. So eclipsed, the distance between the hydrogen nuclei is 2.29 angstroms, but in staggered form it is 2.55 angstroms. So the distance between the carbon and hydrogen we can consider over here. What is meant by Sahar's projection, you can see. So he has taken like this a crossed line, that is nothing but the single bond. This is the one carbon and this is the another carbon. So here we have taken just like this. Eclipsed means all the hydrogens are in the same direction. All the hydrogens are in the same direction. So see here, this is called eclipsed form. This is called eclipsed conformation. If you are taking the molecule, this is like that only you kept, but you rotated this one to 60 degrees or 180 degrees. So there is they are not on the same plane, they are on the different plane, the hydrogens. So you have rotated this carbon. So there is a distance between the hydrogen and hydrogen. So this is said to be the staggered conformation. Staggered conformation, eclipsed conformation, staggered conformation. This is called Sahar's projection. This is called Newman's projection. Okay, but the what which one is more stable? See, so here this is called eclipsed conformation and staggered conformation. Now, there is a distance. You can rotate CH3. You are keeping on the same plane eclipsed. Then you have rotated to 1 degree. We will get 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, 5 degree. Like that, we have a n number of conformers are there. No, those all are said to be skew conformations. Other than staggered and eclipsed conformation, remaining infinite conformers of the ethane are said to be the skew conformations, like we can consider. See here, out of these two, which is more stable? The staggered conformation bonds are at maximum separation and electronic repulsions are minimum, because see here these two are overlapping me, that is nothing but these two are very much close, so there will be the interelectronic repulsions between the hydrogen and hydrogen. Due to that interelectronic repulsions, the eclipsed will be less stable, whereas come to the staggered there is a distance between these hydrogens, so the interelectronic repulsions are very less. So due to the absence of these interelectronic repulsions, are this staggered conformation is more stable. So out of eclipsed and staggered, staggered conformations are more stable. So this is about the conformational isomerism of the ethane. So generally alkanes only shows the conformational isomerism. The remaining any molecule they will not shows the conformation isomerism. If you go to alkenes, alkenes shows geometrical isomerism, that stereochemistry. Again that one we'll study in the alkenes chapter. Alkanes they'll show the a conformations of a conformational isomerism, eclipsed, staggered, and skew conformations. That's why the isomerism topic is very particular while studying the alkanes, because what is the isomerism is going on. They show shine isomerism, optical isomerism is possible, even especially the conformation isomerism is also present in case of the alkanes. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. This is about the conformational isomerism of the ethane. Okay, in my next video, we'll go to the methods of preparations of the alkanes. Okay, thank you so much.